The Langham, London, and best-known traditional-style grand hotels in London, England. It is situated in the district of Marylebone on Langham Place and faces up Portland Place towards Regent's Park. The Langham was designed by John Giles and built by Lucas Brothers between 1863 and 1865 at a cost of £300,000, equivalent to £30,515,436 in 2021. It was then the largest and most modern hotel in the city, featuring 100 water closets, 36 bathrooms and the first hydraulic lifts in England. The opening ceremony on June 10, 1865 was performed by the Prince of Wales. After the original company was liquidated during an economic slump, new management acquired the hotel for little more than half of its construction cost, and it soon became a commercial success. In 1867, an American former Union Army officer, James Sanderson, was appointed general manager, and the hotel developed an extensive American clientele, which included Mark Twain and the financier Hetty Green. It was also patronized by Napoleon III, Oscar Wilde, Dvorak, Toscanini, and Sibelius. Electric light was installed in the entrance and courtyard at the early date of 1879, and Arthur Conan Doyle set the Sherlock Holmes stories A Scandal in Bohemia and The Sign of Four partly at the Langham. The Langham continued throughout the 20th century to be a favored spot with members of the royal family, such as Diana, Princess of Wales, and politicians including Winston Churchill and Charles de Gaulle. Other guests included Noel Coward, Wallace Simpson, Don Bradman, Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia, and Ayumi Hamasaki. The Langham was hard hit by the Great Depression, and the owners attempted to sell the site to the BBC, but Broadcasting House was built across Portland Place instead. During World War II, the hotel was used in part by the British Army until it was damaged by bombs and forced to close. After the war, it was occupied by the BBC as ancillary accommodation to Broadcasting House, and the corporation purchased it outright in 1965. One BBC employee who stayed at the Langham was Guy Burgess, one of the Cambridge Five, a spying ring that supplied official secrets to the Soviets during the Cold War. A BBC internal memo reveals that upon being unable to access his room in the hotel late one night, Burgess attempted to break down the door with a fire extinguisher. The Palm Court became the reference library, and the restaurant a staff bar and refreshment room. In 1980, the BBC unsuccessfully applied for planning permission to demolish the building and replace it with an office development designed by Norman Foster. In 1986, the BBC sold the property to the Ladbroke Group, which later purchased the non-US Hilton hotels, for £26 million and eventually reopened the hotel as the Langham Hilton in 1991, after a £100 million refurbishment. The Langham was sold to Great Eagle Holdings, based in Hong Kong, in 1995.